Hi, welcome to my next vlog. This is feeling weighted in Greeneville, Tennessee. That's where I'm at right now. I went to physical therapy this morning. After physical therapy, I left, and now I'm in Greeneville, Tennessee. I stopped a little bit earlier, took a little cat nap. Right now, I'm sitting outside of a Publix. I decided to get another one of those hummus avocado sandwiches that I like so much. I've only had it one time. I really like it. It's really, really good. I'm here. I'm getting ready to leave. But I wanted to just share a few things. I've talked about OCD and anxiety. That's part of what I'm going to talk about. Being in a toxic situation. That too is something else that I'm dealing with right now. And I talked a little bit about this on my daily vlog. This morning, like I said, I was ready to leave last night. I felt like I was in a pressure cooker, and I was ready to just hop in a shower, dress, and just hit the road. But I knew I had physical therapy today, so I decided to wait till this morning. I was pretty busy this morning and yesterday doing laundry, organizing. Yesterday was not a good day. I know my ex-husband, he's having some dental issues, so he's sick from that. I guess a bad tooth. He's got some other issues, some pain in his neck. I know he's having issues, but that does not excuse his behavior. Yesterday, it just, again, and it's happened before, he's obnoxious. He's being obnoxious, hateful, belligerent, not being nice, not saying very nice things. And that's where the whole toxic situation, toxic relationship, whatever, comes in. I'm not sure if you'd call that toxic. I don't know. I would have to actually look online and look up the definition of toxic relationships or toxicity, or get an actual a hard definition of it. But anyway, it's just yesterday I was so busy, and he told me that I was on all the time, and I kind of am on some, but not, I don't want to say all the time. I am some, but I don't think that I'm always on, I mean, I've never been that way before. I do know that in the house, in our house, and dealing with him, and dealing with some of the day-to-day pressures of being in that house, and dealing with his behavior, increases my anxiety. It increases the OCD. Now, if I don't know, I'm not a doctor. I'm guessing that the increased anxiety and increased OCD may make me be a little more than I should be. But also, he's telling me that I'm talking too much. It's like I never shut up. He's trying this morning. He's shushing me, and that's not it at all. Yesterday, I was on my phone for like 3 of those hours, and the rest of the time I was doing laundry and doing stuff. Now, there was a little bit of that time I probably said a few things out loud, not to him directly, just out loud to myself, making notes. Okay, that's bad, I guess. I don't know. But you know what? The situation, and I talked about this in the daily vlog. I'm not going to go into it. I'm in a situation where I'm kind of stuck with him and sharing the house, and there's not a lot I can do. I mean, there's really nothing I can do. The only thing that I can do when it gets to this pressure cooker atmosphere is to leave. That's it. That's all I can do. I just get in my car and I leave. And I was ready to leave last night, but I knew I had physical therapy today, so I said, you know what, I'm not gonna leave. I'll wait till today. But this whole you're on all the time, you're talking too much, I don't really understand it. I know the anxiety probably does increase it some, but I know I'm on some, but not to the extent that he's saying. And this morning when I got out of the shower, I think I said one word or 2 words, and not even to him really, just 2 words out loud, and he's shushing me, and I mean, it's just a bad situation. It's not a good situation. I'm feeling like I'm in a pressure cooker. I feel weighted. I feel like there's a ton of bricks on me. I'm not sleeping as good as I should. The futon is not that great. It's not bad. I've padded it up, and I can add a little more padding, and it'll be better. But it could be better. We don't have good furniture. We're just relying on patio chairs. That's not helpful. That's, you know, and combine that with his being obnoxious, being hateful, being belligerent, not being very nice, saying, in the last night, he asks me a question, I don't know it, and then he gets hateful, and he's just being, you know, not nice, you know, and hurtful, saying things that are hurtful, and he's done this before, and he's not even drinking. I don't know. He doesn't change. You know, and the situation is, right now, I'm in this situation. I am in this area. Or not this area, but in Asheville, North Carolina. I have to be in that area. And there's a few things that keep me tied to that area. One is some stuff I'm not going to go into that has kept me tied. I know my dad's probate is one. The other one is a civil court case that's keeping me tied. I have to keep returning to the Asheville area after my accident. I've got physical therapy. I've got doctor's appointments, primarily because they didn't have any doctors or anything close out in the Outer Banks for me. So I'm stuck. I'm right now, I feel stuck. I have so much to do on the house, and I need to do it, but it's like every time I get there and I start trying to make a little headway, he behaves badly, and then I end up leaving because I can't stand the atmosphere. I can't stand the heavy, toxic atmosphere where I feel like that I can't breathe. I feel like that I'm, you know, it's like I feel like I could just cut it and with a knife, and I feel like I'm in a pressure cooker. And the anxiety, I have anxiety and I have OCD, and both of those are worse when I'm at the house. Without a doubt, they are definitely worse. And when I'm on the road, it's manageable. But now, when I'm at the house, it is far from manageable. It's like at the high, it's out of control. And you know, the anxiety is absolutely out of control. And I know yesterday I was feeling the anxiety and the OCD. I felt that this morning. This morning, I'm guessing, this morning when I got out of the shower, I'm guessing the anxiety must have been pretty high because my heart rate was way up. And I have tachycardia where my heart races, and for the most part, that's under control as well. And the medication that I take for the tachycardia also helps with anxiety. At least that's what the doctor told me. Anyway, this morning my heart rate was way up. Way up. And it shouldn't have been that way because for the most part it's under control. And I'm pretty sure I took my medicine yesterday, but even when I don't, it is under control. So that's another, you know, and then I walked last night. Of course, my back was hurting. And of course, the semi-accident and me being in pain and not being able to do as much and not being able to exercise as much, that is making the situation worse, absolutely worse. But it's everything. It's the fact that I can't do as much because of the pain from the accident. Sleeping on the futon is not the best. My ex-husband and his bad behavior and the way he acts, that's another thing. All the stuff I need to do to the house. The pain I'm having in my back, I know I need to go back to the chiropractor. That's something else. The house, there's so much I need to do to the house. The car, I let the car, the one that was in the shop for 8 months, I forgot and didn't turn the car off yesterday. I turned it, I started it. We didn't get the battery cable. My ex-husband said he would go get it, ordered it from Napa, he didn't go and get it. I forgot and left the car running. Apparently, I don't know how long it ran because I forgot about it and went and eat my dinner, but it did die. And of course I know they couldn't fix it last year. That's something else that's very frustrating, because I would like to have a second viable vehicle, but as of right now I don't have that. I'm stuck with maybe having to try to buy something else, and that's another issue. And it's like I feel like I'm drowning, and I start to get my head above water, and then it's like my head gets shoved back under the water. I try to get above water, my head gets shoved back down. There's a few things that did go in our favor, my favor. There's few things that did go in my favor, but a lot of things that have not went in my favor. So and staying at the house with my ex-husband, the anxiety, it increases the anxiety, the OCD. I feel like it is a toxic relationship. I don't know. It's a toxic situation. I don't want to say a relationship, because we really don't have a relationship. We live in the same house because we have to. And some of the things that he does, I just don't understand. He behaves badly the day before, talks to me like I'm a dog, and I try to tell him, I don't like the way you're talking to me. And he turns around and he just dismisses it, and says, I'm not, and he is, and I don't understand some of it, because it's like the day before, like yesterday, he's not very nice, he's, like I said, obnoxious, and then this morning, he gets up, and he's okay, he's trying to be more comforting, and, I'll make your dinner. Okay, well, that's fine and good, that's a start, but you know what? By the time I get to that point, by now, I'm already at the point where my mindset's not at staying in the house and coming home after physical therapy and eating fish or whatever it was he was going to fix me. That's not where my mindset is. My mindset is already at that point. I had about 7 or 8 outfits from the last time I was out, when I was on the Blue Ridge Parkway and Shenandoah National Park. I had about 6, maybe 7 outfits that needed to be washed. Unfortunately, I didn't get those things washed, so I just stuck them in the bedroom and in the hamper and whatever. I ended up just sticking them in the hamper, and just got like 6 more or 8 more outfits to go in the car. Anyway, so my mind's already there. I'm in the bedroom organizing my clothing. I got a couple of outfits, I think, maybe in my bags, but I wanted to add a few more things. The pants that I picked, I don't like quite as well, but that's okay. They'll work. They're fine. Anyway, I'm in the bedroom organizing my clothes and getting some clothes to go back in the car, so I have some clothes to wear, because I don't want to be like, I don't want to be stuck and end up going to Walmart or going someplace else and end up buying more stuff. I've done that in the past, and I don't want to do that. I don't need more stuff. I got enough stuff. I've already got, my closet's already not full, it's not packed, but it's got some stuff in my closet, and my closet organizer's got a few things, and my drawers, I didn't buy a chest of drawers. I could, and I just bought plastic storage bins. They work. And I did manage to get my glasses. The lenses got scratched here about 2-3 weeks ago. I did get to the eyeglass place, and I got my new lenses. Now, if I scratch them again, I'll have to pay out of pocket $130 for a set, or $65 for the lens. It didn't scratch the right lens; it only scratched the left really, really deep. So I've got to be super careful now with that. But that said, my mindset was already out the door. My body just couldn't move fast enough. Anyway, like I was saying, my mind was already out the door. My body just wasn't out the door, that's all. But I was already out the door. I already had everything in my mind, what I needed to put back in the car. I put some of it back in the car, like my laptop and my iPad. But everything else I already had, you know, I had to take my bag with my toothbrush and toothpaste. And everything else I already had, you know, was in the car. You know, my mind was already gone. My body just wasn't physically able to be gone yet. So when he started, you know, done a 180 or whatever, it, you know, and it's been this way for a long time. I've tried to, before I left him, before we divorced, it was a very similar, although he drank a lot more then. But it was very similar. Even when he wasn't drinking, it would get toxic, thick, toxic, weighted, you know, just anxious, you know, just not a good situation. And then we tried to share a house after we split, a couple times after we split, and that didn't work really well. Then I ended up with my ex-boyfriend. That situation wasn't ideal. It wasn't. What definitely wasn't ideal. It wasn't great either. Anyway, and I've talked about that, and I think I've not really totally talked about that in depth, but which eventually I will, but not right now. Anyway, it's Friday night, and I'm headed into the weekend. I don't know exactly where I'm going to end up. I'm hoping I wasn't able to go far. I came here to Tennessee. Hopefully I'll find a park or I'll find something, you know, park or things to take pictures of or things to take video of. I know I'm getting a little overwhelmed with not overwhelmed, but I don't know, maybe a little obsessive with the video. I don't know. I've always taken a lot of pictures. I had a therapist once tell me that taking pictures I was addicted to it or some crap. Which I don't think that's the case. And video, I do the video, and I do like to do the video, which in this case, I've never been a big fan of being in front of the camera. I like being behind the camera, but I also kind of like doing the video. And there's so many things out there I want to take pictures of, I want to do video of, I want to share, so many ideas I want to share. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just rambling. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I'm looking forward. Like I said, it's Friday evening. I'm here at a Publix. I need to make it to my next stop so I can eat. I got my sandwich. I haven't eaten all day. That's one thing else I don't like. I'm eating, when I'm on the road, I'm eating one time a day, but at the house, I'm eating like twice, which isn't a bad thing, but I'm eating too much bread. Let's see. I got my car in. I got my car back. They didn't have it very long, only just like a day, like not even a day, like half a day. That I dropped it off the day before, and they had it. I picked it up the next day. As far as I can tell, it feels like it's shifting better. And that's a good thing. I'm really happy with that. I hope this car lasts as good as my Ford Focus did. I really hope it will. The other car, I don't know if I'm going to get it fixed. I don't know. And I'm almost at that point where I'm almost fed up with it. The car doesn't have very many miles, but I'm almost fed up with it. Like, okay, I'm ready to just scrap it because I don't know what to do with the car. My ex-husband, that's something else we fuss about. He gets angry about. Anyway, but I haven't got to that point of being able to take it out on the road and drive it. I know that it does start back up. Before, it would only run 2 minutes. Now I think it'll run longer, but I don't know. I've got to see exactly what it's doing. Replace the battery cable, see if it's still doing it. If it is, drive it, see what it's doing, and try to find another shop. That's my plan. Anyway, but my plan for right now is to go find a truck stop for the night, eat my sandwich, watch a movie, and then tomorrow morning figure out what I'm going to do, where I'm going to go, what I'm going to take pictures of. I don't have anything in mind, so I'll probably just go with it, and wherever I end up, I end up. Anyway, I hope everyone I'm going to end this video for now. I hope everyone has a good night, a good week, good weekend. God bless. Peace.